Hi there, I'm Christoph and you're watching The Reading Crisis. I'm actually planning my next reading crisis of the month, so let's go! We will go through my TBR. Even though I am a mood reader, I'll show you what I plan to read in this August. My July went pretty well when it came to books, as you may see in my July wrap-up right here. My average rating was above 4, which was pretty nice. I also came back to reading more audiobooks, so that's also kind of exciting. So even though I am a mood reader, so even though I buy books, I'm excited about some books. If I don't read them in the moment I am excited about them, I won't read them even if I set myself for it. That's why setting a TBR for a month, for a particular month, is kind of weird for me, but I've tried to curate a list that's maybe kind of interesting, and I hope I will predict at least some of the books that I will read. I also have more audiobooks to read, and also many of these are set by my audiobooks. The first one, and the biggest one, is A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon. I have a hardcover edition. It's a chunky one. It has a list of characters. That will be useful. It has something around 845 pages, so it will take me a while. I haven't started it yet. I'm planning to do a video, like a reading vlog, when I will be reading this book as standalone, because I don't know a thing about the word. I haven't heard a thing about the Priory of the Orange Tree, so I'm excited about this book. I got it as a gift, and it's stunning. Like, this is just a stunning book. I love this color combination. Tenuva Melem is a sister of the Priory. For 50 years, she has trained to slay worms, but none have appeared since the Nameless One, and the younger generation is starting to question the Priory's purpose. To the north, in the kingdom of Innis, Sabran the Ambitious has married the new king of Hraf, narrowly saving both realms from ruin. Their daughter, Glorian, trails in the shadow exactly where she wants to be. The dragons of the east have slept for centuries. Dumai has spent her life in a Saenz mountain temple, trying to wake the gods from their long slumber. Someone from her mother's past is coming to upend her fate. When the Dreadmoon erupts, bringing with it an age of terror and violence, these women must find the strength to protect humankind from a devastating threat. I'm excited because it's very much high fantasy, high stakes, high world building. I haven't read something like that in a while, so I'm really excited about it. And also multiple POVs in a fantasy world, and they're all female. I'm into that. And also what that got me excited, they're actually very stunning maps, and I love me some maps in the book. I love being able to not only read a book and try to imagine the world as it is, but also like see how the author sees that. And there are some more maps here, and they are absolutely stunning. And the last one here, I can't wait to see what I think about it. Also because I don't know anything about Priory. Maybe it will hinder my experience, maybe it will make it better, and it will make me want to read Priory. And there are dragons in it, so I'm excited. That's been The Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon. So the next one we have here is Benjamin Alire Saenz, Aristotle and Dante Dive into the Waters of the World. So this is actually a sequel to Aristotle and Dante Discovers the Secrets of the Universe. It was a pretty nice read. I gave it 4 stars. But as you can see, the size difference, this is the sequel, is pretty noticeable. I actually have it on audio, and the narrator is Lin-Manuel Miranda. And I love me some Hamilton, so I can't wait to see it, to hear it. And this is one like YA contemporary love story, queer love story about identity of young people, as their sexuality, their gender, their nationality, their ethnicity. So let's get into synopsis. So Ari spent his life hiding who he really is, staying silent and invisible, but something in him cracked open. So that's all I'm going to say, because the rest of the synopsis is actually a spoiler, since it's a sequel. I'm pretty excited about it. I will be probably most listening to an audio. It looks stunning, the cover looks very beautiful, and it is 516, I think, pages, so pretty longer read, but not so bad. and it's mostly dialogue. It's short chapter dialogues and a lot of talking. So yeah, Aristotle and Dante dive into the waters of the world. So the next one is also on theme of being YA contemporary, and this is Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. Her Super Season 2 came out. I'm on episode 3 and I'm enjoying it, especially because it's Mr. Farouk, and he's one of my favorites, and the t-shirts are one of my favorite mini comics in the graphic novels. So I'm excited to see them in Paris. But now let's talk about Radio Silence. So Radio Silence is a YA contemporary, and it follows the character Frances and Alet. And actually Alet in the graphic novels kinda serve the same role as Isaac in the TV series, but it is not the same. Obviously they're two different characters. So I'm really interested to see Alet's backstory. Let's go into the synopsis. So, what if everything you set yourself up to was wrong? Frances is a study machine with one goal. Nothing will stand in her way, not friends, not a guilty secret, not even the person she's on the inside. Then she meets Alec, and for the first time she's unafraid to be herself. So when the fragile trust between them is broken, Frances is caught between who she was and who she longs to be. Now she knows that she has to confront her past, to confess why Caris disappeared. That sounds so intriguing. It's not only about relationship but also mystery behind it, and the only other book that I've read aside from Heartstopper and the novellas were Solitaire, and Solitaire was alright, but it didn't really stay with me. I hope Radio Silence will make a better impression on me. And I also have this on audio, but I will probably flip-flop between audio and physical, because Alice Oseman's style is very much kind of mixed media. So we have text messages, sometimes posts, sometimes newspapers. So I will probably just follow along with the audiobook while reading. So yep, that's Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. And the next one I have on audio actually, and I will probably be listening to today or tomorrow because it's like just 1 hour or so. It is The Way Home Gets Longer and Longer Every Day by Fredrik Backman. The book is essentially a conversation between a grandpa who unfortunately suffers with Alzheimer, and it is like kind of saying the last goodbyes with his son and his grandson. I also heard that I will cry like a baby, so I will see what I think about it. And I also was interested in other Fredrik Backman books, so I guess this is a nice introduction to his writing style, and I'll see from there. So yeah, nothing much to say about here. That was The Way Home Gets Longer and Longer Every Day by Fredrik Backman. The next one is a Polish book actually, so you may not have heard about it. It's Necrovet by Joanna the Gajzer. This is a stunning edition. Also look at how floppy that is. And wow, yeah, so this is Polish cozy fantasy book. So in short, this book follows our main character Kuna, who is a florist. She's over living in the city. She doesn't want to be there anymore. She has all the problems, all the pressure. So she decides to move to the countryside and work as an assistant to a veterinarian. But when she goes there, it seems that the veterinarian may actually be a necromancer. And it is not a normal veterinarian, but it's actually a necrovet. So it's necromancy and veterinary services in one. So I think it will be all about grief of a dead animal, especially if it was an animal you bonded with. It will be all about the fun family aspect. Yeah, I love talking about fun family, obviously. So I'm very excited about it. It's a new release. It came out like a month or two ago. I haven't read anything like Polish in a while, so that's exciting and I want to get to it. So yeah, Necrovet by Joanna the Gajzer. So the next books are more like, I don't know if I'll read them, but I might. But at the same time, I don't feel like reading it right now. But at the other time, like, I might want to. So this is just my mood reading in it. The first one is Press Reset, Ruin and Recovery in the Video Game Industry by Jason Schreier. I've mentioned in my tier ranking video that I love Jason Schreier. He's a great author of articles and also one of my favorite non-fiction books, Blood, Sweat and Pixels. So I'm excited about that. Blood, Sweat and Pixels was all about how hard creating games is and all about the hardships, especially in the early industry, that the people behind the biggest titles had to go through. But this one is more about video games failing, video game companies' bankruptcy, and how some companies prevail and rise from it, and some just fail and get forgotten in the story, or perhaps they're so well known but only well known because of the story, how they failed. I'm intrigued by it. I think this is a perfect mood read for me, simply because I'll have a lot of fantasy strong books or emotional books, so this one will be just factual, nice, and just something I love reading about. So yeah, Press Reset by Jason Schreier. The next one is also on the fence, is Prince and Assassin by Tavia Lark. So I've mentioned it in my haul video. I'm really excited about it because it's self-published and it's gay romantasy. It is pretty short and I just want to get through it because it sounds so good. So let me get to the synopsis. He's supposed to kill Prince Julian, not fall for him. I love it so much. If it's self-published, I think it's Tavia Lark who wrote this first liner, but it's so perfect. But then, all Whispers knows is the elite assassin guild that controls him with the threat of blood magic. Plagued by nightmares, he can't refuse his new assignment: infiltrate Prince Julian's court and protect him until the signal arrives, then kill him. Julian, though, hides behind a sordid reputation. He doesn't trust the aloof, beautiful new stranger at court. But Julian can't help being drawn to him, especially when he saves Julian's life. Then Julian saves Whisper too, and Whisper's reserve shatters. I'm into it. I haven't read a gay romantasy in a while, and this has so many tropes that I love personally, like assassin guild, enemies to lovers, fantasy, sacrifice maybe. I'm into that. So Prince and Assassin, and it's first of the Perilous Court series, so I'm excited. I'm not excited about starting a new series, but I'm excited. If I love it, I'll have more gay romance in my life. So Prince and Assassin by Tavia Lark. So the last two books are I'm very much on the fence about, because I don't know if I want to read them so soon, since these will be my last installments in the Grishaverse, but it's the King of Scar, Rule of Wolves duology. So this is King of Scars, and this is Rule of Wolves. My book just fell down. And this is Rule of Wolves, both by Leigh Bardugo. Before I say anything about the books, can I talk to the manager of Orion Publishing? Who thought this was a good decision? These are both paperbacks, and they're not even close to the same size. Wait, they're not. I don't know. I'm just confused, and they look so weird on my shelf because of that. But the covers are stunning, don't get me wrong, but what is about the size, Orion? What? Do you see that? Why are there two different kind of page size? Why? Okay, but seriously, enough about the rant. So this one follows after the events of Shadow and Bone trilogy, and also after the Six of Cross duology. So I cannot tell you much about it because it's spoilery, even if I mentioned the main character pretty much. This is following all the events, and it is happening in Ravka, and it is set in Grishaverse, and that's all I can say. I hope to meet again characters that I love. Obviously love Grishaverse, so I'm excited to read anything by Leigh Bardugo in that world. I'm also sad that it's ending, so that's why I'm on the fence if I want to read it, but at the same time, I don't want to read it because then it means it will be over. But on the other hand, I just want to read it. Since it's also the newest one, so I just want to read it, so yeah. So, this is my kind of ambitious TBR, especially being a mood reader. Obviously, I told you that some of them are on the fence reads. I'm still excited about them. But yeah, let me know what you think down below about the books I've chosen for this month. Also tell me in the comments if you're a mood reader as me and you struggle to keep to a TBR, because same. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one. I've been the Reading Crisis and I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye!